Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's the branded dude, and today I have a new replay for you guys. We are going up against Centur-ion Bystial, a really cool synchro deck that can set up a crazy board, even though the end board may not look much. If they're able to set the Centurion monsters in the back row with the field spell, trust me, they can set up a board out of nowhere. So I wanted to show you this replay because I think this replay was really good. It was a really grindy game for me. We did not end up winning this one, but I think this would be a really entertaining video to show you guys to see how grindy this game was. And honestly, it was really good duel. You know, it was really fun. It was insane. You know, Cosmic Blazer Dragon, sorry, is such a good card, but it's so difficult to play against. Unfortunately, yes, it's because of this matchup that I decided I needed to play Albalenitus in my side deck, because yeah, if I had Albalenitus, I think I would have had an out to Cosmic Dragon and would have made my game a lot easier. But you know, we ended up losing this one, but I do think you guys are going to find this matchup really entertaining to watch. So enough talk, let's hop straight into the video. So here I believe my opponent won the rock paper scissors and he chose to go first. In our opening hands we have Albion the Shrouded, Fusion Duplication, Super Poly, Eclipse, and Branded Banishment. Unfortunately, opening Duplication and Banishment is not really good. Super Poly and Eclipse, sure, Super Poly and Eclipse can help us here, but it's going to take a lot more than just these two cards. Sure, we have Albion to draw a card, but it's not really going to do much, so this wasn't really a good hand to draw into. Centurion player opens Imperm, Engraver, Imperm, Terraforming, and Lacrima, the Crimson Tier. So yes, the Centurion player is playing Centur-ion Bystial with the Fiendsmith package as well. So cool. The Centurion player starts off with Engraver, searching Tract, and he's going to use Tract, which will end up summoning Lurry. Cool. Now he's going to start with his Fiendsmith plays. We have no interruption, so he's going to be able to access Desiree, but he also has access to his Centurion engine as well. All they need is the field spell, and yeah, they're just going to pop off. Here comes Primera, searching the spell, which summons a token. Synchro into Primus. Gargoyle goes into Auxilia now. Gargoyle is going to add itself back to hand and add Atri. Atri, the fact that that card can just allow them to draw a card is insane. Here my opponent does end up drawing into Effective Failure with Atri, and my opponent goes into Crimson, which brings out Cosmic Blazer Dragon. Now my opponent goes into Sequence and he's going to bring out Desiree. So you can already see the fact that he's going to have Cosmic, he's going to have Desiree, and quite a bit of hand traps. Yeah, you can see that the card that I open up with was not going to do much here. Just to let you know here, my opponent did sort of skip a step where Emblem of Oath was supposed to be added and activated sometime during his combo. So yeah, that's, if you in case notice, either you're a Centurion player or you know the Centurion combo, don't worry, my opponent did realize this, so we just had to sort it out if you did see in the trap. Cool. Anyways, Sequence resolves and goes into Desiree, and then it's going to get attached. My opponent sets both Imperms and he's going to go to end phase, where Auxilia is going to place Atri back in the spell and trap zone. Cool. So yeah, this is basically going to give him access to Crimson Dragon during my turn, which could bring out a second Cosmic Blazer Dragon. So yeah, this is a really difficult board. This is a crazy board, to be honest. You have Desiree, you have Cosmic Blazer, and then you could potentially have a second one, and you have two Imperms and a Veiler. So yeah, this was one crazy board. So he passes turn, and in our turn we draw into Thrust. So yes, Thrust, good card, but let's see what we do with this hand. So we go Albion effect first, hoping to get a good draw. We send Retribution in case we do draw into Branded Fusion or any other brand spell or trap, so that because Cosmic Blazer Dragon negates the activation, so Retribution could add Branded Fusion back to hand again, and we could activate it again. Cool. So here we draw into Adlib. Not a good draw. We're not going to be able to do anything with this. So I decide to go with Eclipse just to force out monster effects, and my opponent changed Cosmic Blazer Dragon, so now Thrust is live. But when we do activate Thrust, my opponent is able to negate it with Desiree, and I simply scoop because yeah, there is nothing I can do with that board. The traps do nothing. Super Poly is just dead because I wasn't playing Mud or Garura or anything else with Super Poly. So yeah, it was open field, so we scoop and we go to game number 2. Game number 2, opening hands, we have opening red Allure, Albaz and Shrouded. Good hand. Also we have Alert to help draw into more cards. Opponent opens Trudea, the Wake Up Centurion, Magnum Hut, Atri, and Primera. So this is a good hand, I believe, for the Centurion player. You know, just the Centurion cards is full combo, but Bystial Magnum Hut is interruption, and also we'll search him another dragon to help him, either another Bystial card or just Gargoyle in itself. Cool. Main phase we start with Allure of Darkness, which doesn't get interrupted, so we follow up with Chainlink 2 opening. Yep, we send Albaz to add Tragedy. Yeah, you know this combo. Cool. Now with Allure we open Mercuria and another Albion Shrouded. So we have two good cards here we can banish, but we go for Tragedy to be banished because we want to access Aluba to get Branded Fusion. Cool. Now here we normal summon Aluba. Luckily we do have Branded in red, so if my opponents were to chain Imperm Veiler, we would be able to banish the Aluba and dodge the Imperm Veiler, but no response, so we had Branded Fusion. We then go Branded Fusion, which my opponent does not have Ash, so we are fusioning off. Cool. We go combo number 1. If you did watch the combo branded video that I made, if you didn't and you don't understand what combo number 1 means, go watch the video, guys. Come on, just go watch it. Cool. Combo number 1, Albion effect. Now we're gonna go into Lubellion. Cool. Lubellion effect. Here we discard 1 Albion Shrouded, so now we have a second Albaz name in the graveyard that is accessible to us, and we just shuffle back the banished Albaz and Lubellion, go into Merajade. Here I believe my opponent then targets on res, targets the Lubellion in my graveyard to banish. Cool. So Magnum Hut will get its effect to add a dragon in end phase, but now we're going to go Albion effect because we want to see yeah, we send Retribution here. I think, yeah, Retribution just so that we're able to access a branded spell or trap the next turn. Cool. And we draw into Thrust, which is a really good draw because now my opponent controls a monster on the field, so we are able to add the card to hand. Here we go for a second Allure because we do have Mercuria, so why not just draw cards and get additional card to hand because of Mercuria. Cool. We draw into Adlib and Sarania and banish Mercuria. Mercuria here I believe is going to add, yeah, we're going to add Cartesia because Cartesia will be able to add itself, and we're able to put Albion the Branded Dragon into the graveyard even though Lubellion got banished. Cool. We then use Cartesia effect to fusion, going to Grand Gugno. With Grand Gugno we do dump Titaniclad because Adlib is in our hand, so we just send Titaniclad to give us access to Quem. We set Branded in red and we proceed to end phase. Cool. End phase we go Albion effect to set Retribution. I don't put Branded Banishment because one, my opponent is playing the Bystial, so Branded Banishment will simply get negated, even though yes we do have Branded in red, but because we are going up against Centurion, you know, the Centurion cards, you know, they all basically a one card deck. They can just put themselves in the spell and trap zone, special summon itself. So just to stop that, we have Retribution to help us stop the Centurion players combos in a way. So we don't go for banishment. Cool. So Retribution hopefully comes in clutch to help slow down the Centurion player. Then we go Titan effect summoning Quem, and Quem here is gonna dump Mercuria. I mean, sorry, Cartesia. We don't dump the Mercuria. Yeah, we don't dump the Mercuria in this one. We dump the Cartesia one because we're gonna add 1 copy of Cartesia to hand, and leaving a copy of Cartesian graveyard enables Quem to reborn it and perform a fusion summon rather than just relying on Branded in red. Plus also we can use the second copy of Cartesia to bait out a Bystial monster in case our opponent does add that to hand. So we add the 1 copy of Cartesia in end phase, and we go Retribution. Well, yeah, we go Retribution effect to add Branded Fusion. I'm not exactly sure why we added Branded Fusion here, but you know, we just did it. Cool. But in end phase my opponent does go Druid Swim, targeting the Albaz. I think the reason my opponent targeted Albaz is maybe because Quem can reborn it or Merajade can send the Rinbrim, so just trying to get rid of it early. Cool. But since my opponent did summon a monster off an activated monster effect, on res we do go Quem effect. Here I attempt to summon Despian Lulu Walilith. Now just to let you know, in this build I was playing Despian Lulu Walilith and I wasn't playing Alba Lenitus, so yeah, that's why Alba Lenitus was not in this build, but I was just trying to test it out, the synchro at this time. But because I activated Branded Fusion does say you cannot special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters, so Lulu Walilith was not a valid target, so I took it back and brought out Coridas. I wasn't playing Masquerade either in this build, so we just had to summon Coridas. Cool. Because a monster left extra deck, we go Quem effect and we target the Cartesia to reborn. So cool. Cartesia can give us a fusion summon, and we have ad libitum in the graveyard, so we can use Mirror Jade to banish a monster, and ad lib will just reborn it again. Cool. So we have I think this is a decent board. Cartesia, Mirror Jade, Coridas just to reduce monsters attack to 0. We have Quem to reborn. Let's see, right now we don't have anything valid except Albion, but we will soon have if we decide to use Cartesia to dump the Mirror Jade in the graveyard. We do have Branded in red, and we have Branded Retribution. Cool. Opponent draws into 4 Alos, which is late to the party, but he goes to main phase. He enters battle phase, and I don't attempt to use Coridas because I'm afraid he might have talent or thrust. So I'm like, you know what, let him just enter battle phase, because once he enters battles, it means that I will be able to play another turn, most probably. So we just let him enter. He gets rid of Quem, he gets rid of Cartesia. Cool. Main phase 2, he normal summons Trudea. I mean, Primera, sorry, not Trudea. Normal summons Primera, but I do chain Branded. Mirror Jade, because this is a tuner, so I'm trying to not allow my opponent to have any access to tuners. And also this is a level 4, this is a level 6, so my opponent can access Chaos Angel very easily. So we just get rid of my opponent's tuner so he doesn't perform any synchros. But Primera does search him the field spell, stand up Centur-ion, which he activates. And obviously I don't think, no, here to the field spell we do chain Branded in red, because we are going for Chimera, because the field spell is going to set a Centur-ion card in the spell and trap zone, so we want to pop it so he doesn't combo off more. So we add the Albion, the Shrouded Dragon, and we banish Adlib, Mirror Jade, and the Albion, which we added, to go into Chimera, which now will pop 1 and draw 2. So my opponent ends up placing Trudea in the spell and trap zone. On res, it will be Chainlink 1 Chimera and Chainlink to Adlib, targeting Mirror Jade. My opponent does chain Wake Up Centur-ion to summon, what does it summon? It summons a Centur-ion token. Cool, so which is it a tuner? No, it's not a tuner. Cool, but anyways, he has another body, so we just reborn Mirror Jade, we pop Trudea, and we draw Eclipse and Fusion Deployment. So we pop Trudea. On res, I do also go Mirror Jade to banish the token. Cool, so now my opponent just only has the Bestials in hand. Cool, here he links them into Closed Moon, which then goes, oh sorry, not yet, but he does go Duosworm once it's sent to grave for link summon, targeting Mirror Jade, which is fine, we don't do anything to that. He then links into Requiem, attempts to use Requiem's effect, and this is where we activate Branded Retribution, because now I'm going to stop him from having access to his Fiendsmith engine, assuming that he has no Engraver in his hand or Tract in his hand. So we shuffle back Mirror Jade and Albion, and my opponent scoops, because I believe the 2 Centur-ion cards he had in his hand was not going to help him set up a board. So he scoops, and we go to game number 3. Now, game number 3 was absolutely insane. It was a grind, people. It was an absolute grind. So let's see how it went. Opening hand, I have opening, Mercuria, Droplet, Triple Tactic Thrust, and Branded Loss. This is a decent hand. We have Thrust, we have Droplet at least. My opponent opens the Gargoyle, Talent, Thrust, Terraforming, and Effect Veiler. So Talent and Thrust are going to be dead in his hand, sorry, but he has the access to the field spell, which I believe is full combo for him. He still needs to find a way to access his Fiendsmith engine, but I think he has no issues doing that. So he goes with the field spell, and he searches Sand Up Centur-ion. Sorry, activates the Terraform to add that. So Terraforming here is going to discard the Talent to set Trudea, and now Trudea is going to use its effect to place itself, and also to place another Centur-ion monster in the spell and trap zone, which will be Trudea. I mean Primera, sorry. Primera will activate its effect to summon itself, and then we'll be able to search. He searches Wake Up Centur-ion. Cool. He activates the Wake Up, summons a token, goes into Primus, which will search Emblema. Activates Emblema, which will search, put, what's her name? Atri. There, Atri is going to draw a card, which draws into Ash Blossom. He then does a lot of his combos here. You can see Gargoyle comes, goes into Auxilia. Gargoyle will add itself to hand. So yeah, guys, he has full combo here. He searches another field spell. Cool. Now here he's going to link off the Synchros to access his Fiendsmith engine. So yeah, Desiree's definitely hitting the field, but my opponent drew into Ash Blossom, which is pretty good. So Sequence is here now. Shuffles them back. Here comes Desiree. He then goes into Agnum Day. So now Desiree here is able to negate up to 5 cards on the field. In the end phase though, he does activate Centur-ion Phalanx, which will reborn Auxilia. Yeah, Auxilia, and Auxilia's effect will place the Primera in the Atri in the spell and trap zone, hoping to get a draw during our turn. Cool. So yeah, interruptions, we have Desiree, we have Fake Veiler, no, not we have, the opponent has Ash Blossom, Veiler, Desiree, and with the field spell and these Centurion cards in the back row, he's able to access Crimson Dragon, which will bring out Cosmic Blazer Dragon as well. Cool. In the graveyard, he does have, oh no, he does not have Lacrima, so that's not an interruption for us to worry about. We draw into another copy of Branded Opening. Cool. We go straight to main phase. Main phase, we start opening, discarding the other opening, summon Aluba, and then we go Aluba effect, which gets chained with Effect Veiler, and we chain Droplet, sending Aluba to negate Desiree. Obviously, the opponent could have negated the Forbidden Droplet with Desiree, but obviously in this circumstance, it's not a good idea to waste your Desiree because it's not going to achieve anything. Cool, that gets negated, but at least now Thrust is live. We search Brand of Fusion, but here on res, my opponent does go Atri to summon itself, and Trudea Chainlink 2. Cool, they reborn itself. Atri will draw a card as well. I believe, yeah, Chainlink 2, Atri to draw, and Chainlink 1, Atri to draw, Chainlink 2 field spell to Synchro. Synchros into Crimson Dragon, and Atri will draw a card. He draws into another field spell. Yeah, another field spell. On res, Crimson, yep, target Auxilia, and here comes Cosmic Blazer Dragon. This card is absolutely insane. The fact that you can banish, it says you can banish this card until the end phase to activate one of these effects. It banishes itself as cost, okay? And even if you negate its effect, it still returns itself in the end phase. So even though you attempt to negate it, if it brings back, it will come back in end phase, and if you didn't like call by it, or I don't know, something that negates that card's effect the rest of the turn, when it hits the field, it can still use its Omni Negate again. This thing is like infinite Omni Negates in one turn. Yo, guys, if I had Obolenitus, that would have been the best way to out this, because once this goes to grave, I don't think my opponent has a way to like reborn a Synchro in his graveyard. So yeah, Cosmic Blazer Dragon was a menace. It was absolutely crazy. But now that Cosmic Blazer Dragon is here, we need to force out its negation. Desiree is not a problem, so my opponent just has Ash Blossom and Cosmic Blazer Dragon. So we activate Lost, and you need to remember that Cosmic Blazer Dragon negates activation. So if Lost remains and we activate Brand of Fusion, assuming he does not have Ash, then Cosmic Blazer Dragon is not going to negate Brand of Fusion. So here my opponent does chain Blazer Dragon, so destroying Branded Lost. We go Thrust. My opponent does not use Ash because he knows we search Brand of Fusion. So instead I go for Grass. Now in hindsight here, guys, what I should have done here is actually activate Brand of Fusion first instead of activated Grass. The reason why I say this is because Brand of Fusion, obviously, sure, we'll be able to fusion summon, but if we're able, Grass, assuming obviously we do mull, our Telement names, at least both of them, Shiren and what's the name, Havnus, that gives us more access to a lot more fusions, monsters we can summon, and basically just more cards we can put up onto our board. So I should have instead just activated Brand of Fusion first, let Brand of Fusion get ashed, and just go with Grass. Obviously, if we don't mull any of the Telement names into our graveyard with Grass, I'm pretty sure we would be able to mull Serenia, put Retribution in the graveyard, and also Albaz, so we could get access to Branded in white here. So I think in this play, it should have been better for me to activate Brand of Fusion, let that get ashed, than let Grass get ashed instead. So anyways, we activate Grass, and my opponent does chain Ash Blossom to it. Then we activate Brand of Fusion, and we fusion summon into Albion by sending Albaz. Oh, sorry, did I say Albion? No, Lubellion, sending Albaz and Tragedy. Cool. Chainlink 1 Lubellion, Chainlink 2 Tragedy. Here we search for Ad Libitum. The reason why we search for Ad Libitum is because I believe we'll be able to go into Mirror Jade. We use Mirror Jade to send Albion the Branded to banish a monster, and in end phase we'll just use Albion to add Branded in red, and still go into Chimera, and Adlib can reborn the Mirror Jade in end phase still. So that's why we go that route. Cool. So Mirror Jade is there, and then here I'm just I believe, yeah, I forgot that I used Droplet on Desiree, so I just needed to recalculate how much attack is on Desiree. But before that, we in battle phase, I do use Merge to banish Auxilia. Cool. But I forgot that Primus is a Primus. Yeah, Primus effect reads that if I think it says that if a Centurion synchro card leaves the field, it's able to special summon itself. Cool. So yeah, Primus reborns itself. Now it's just the body. We attack Desiree. Cool. I don't think my opponent, my opponent does not use the Desiree's effect when it's sent to graveyard. So cool, we go to end phase because we have nothing more. As I said, Albion is going to add Branded in red to hand, and we're going to activate to go into Chimera. Target Tragedy, banish 2 from hand, 1 from field. So Chimera is going to pop 1, draw 2. But it's channeling 1 Chimera, channeling to Adlib, reborn Mirror Jade. And here I forget that the field spell, I believe, cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects while he controls a Centurion monster. So here I attempted to destroy the field spell, but I did not realize the field spell could be protected. So yeah, I should have went and destroyed Primus here instead. But we draw into evenly and branded in red. Cool, so hopefully if my opponent's able to destroy my board and enter battle phase, we could use evenly matched to break his board a little further, assuming if Cosmic Blazer Dragon isn't on the field at that moment. Cool. I attempt to destroy the field spell and my opponent lets me know that it's protected. Cool. Cosmic Blazer Dragon returns now. And we pass turn. My opponent draws into Imperm. Cool. So we just have a Mirror Jade. Nothing in our graveyard to do anything. Well, if you count a Luba as a interruption, I guess, sure, that counts. But we just have Mirror Jade. Cool. My opponent goes to main phase. He activates Gargoyle's effect where he sends 1 Centurion card and he can special summon it from hand. Cool. My opponent links off into SP. He links off into SP here using the Synchro and Gargoyle, and SP's effect will target the Chimera to banish, which is fine. But on res we go a Luba targeting his Cosmic Blazer, and my opponent here changed SP and Cosmic Blazer to banish until the end phase, which is fine. I don't know exactly the ruling for Aluba, because Aluba does say you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, special summon this card, and if you do, negate that targeted monster's effect until the end of this turn. I don't know if the monster that is targeted, if it leaves the field, if Aluba will still be able to reborn itself. So if you guys do know, please do let me know. But we summon Aluba. My opponent, since it's empty field, activates Imperm, targeting Mirror Jade, which is fine. My opponent goes Thrust now, so he's able to add Fiend's Tract. So yeah, he's going to, he's going to be able to access Desiree again. Summons Lurry, Requiem's effect, summon Lacrima, dump Engraver. Engraver will shuffle back Lurry, reborn. Requiem effect to place. He does not use, Engraver's effect to send anything on the field, but he just uses Lacrima and Engraver to did he use Engraver? No, actually what he did was first he went into Necroquip using Fiendsmith Engraver equipped with this, and then he synchro summoned away Lacrima and Necroquip into Chaos Angel, which banishes our Aluba. Cool. We go to end phase. End phase, SP resolves, or not resolves, SP just returns both itself and Cosmic Blazer Dragon. And we did not even use Mirror Jade, because the reason why we did not use Mirror Jade, we knew that Cosmic Blazer Dragon was returning in end phase and my opponent would have the priority to resolve SP first. So whatever fusion we send to graveyard will be negated, so we're not going to waste Mirror Jade's effect like that. There's no point. It's not going to achieve us anything here. We don't even have a Cartesia to add itself to hand in end phase, so yeah, we don't waste our time bothering to use Mirror Jade's banish effect during his turn. Cool. We draw into Albaz. You see, now if I had Albalenitus, I would have just normal summoned Albaz and fusion away this Cosmic Blazer Dragon, so that card would no longer be a menace. But yeah, anyways, my opponent activates in the draw phase Lacrima effect, summons Agnum Day, and Agnum Day is going to use its effect to reborn Desiree, but we chain Mirror Jade, sending for cast Titaniclad. Here my opponent does use SP targeting itself and Mirror Jade, and we banish Agnum Day. We don't bother banishing Cosmic Blazer Dragon because Chaos Angel makes his synchro monsters unaffected by our activated effects, so we just banish Agnum Day. Cool. So now Desiree is summoned, but doesn't have any equip. Cool. Now we do have evenly matched Brandon Red and Albaz, but I do believe we enter battle phase. Yeah, we enter battle phase. activate evenly, which my opponent negates, with cosmic. Cool. Then we go to main phase 2. We normal summon Albaz effect, and we go into Albion using the Desiree. Cool. Chainlink 1 Albion. My opponent does chain. I think he changed Desiree. Yeah, he changed Desiree, sending back sequence. So Albion's going to the graveyard, and we go into Renbrum. Yeah, the reason why we go into Renbrum, it's because Renbrum can negate an extra deck monster, maybe potentially either SP and Cosmic Blazer Dragon as well, and bounce a card on the field. So I thought it was a good idea to go into this. We can't go into Libellion because we don't have a card to discard, but since we banished Mercuria, we can use Mercuria's effect to search us a monster. Here we search Albion because we're going to dump a card and get a draw. Cool. Albion effect, we do dump Retribution. This will give us access to Branded Fusion or Branded in Red as well. But we go for, we draw into Droplet, and then we go Retribution, adding Branded Fusion. Cool, we got Branded Fusion. Here we send Cartesia and Albaz. Here in this build I was still playing Sanctifier, so we go into Sanctifier hoping that we can reborn monsters in either from our graveyard and our opponents, but something in our graveyard that can be very useful. So we just go into Sanctifier. Cool. Obviously there was no point going to a Mirror Jade, was there? I think SP banished our Mirror Jade, so there was no point going into a second Mirror Jade because one of our Mirror Jades would attempt to return in the end phase. So we're just going to Sanctifier. End phase we go Albion effect, adding High Spirits. The reason why we added High Spirits, you will see exactly why. Just remember we do have droplets in our hand. We got Titan effect to summon Quem. Cool. Quem will dump dump Mercuria, so that we're able to reborn Mercuria, hopefully potentially as a monster negate during our opponent's turn. Cartesia will add itself to hand. My opponent does not attempt to use Cosmic Blazer Dragon here. Cool. Now so what happened was, first I was going to resolve Cartesia, then my opponent would resolve Cosmic, then SP would resolve, and we would return SP and Mirror Jade, but still in end phase. Remember, Chaos Angel is making Cosmic Blazer Dragon unaffected, and also his monsters cannot be destroyed by battle right now. So it's still an issue. So in the end phase, I go Droplet, sending both Cartesia and High Spirits to negate both Cosmic and Chaos Angel. We use Mirror Jade, sending Libellion. Guys, the fact that I sent Libellion definitely means I am running out of Albaz related fusion monsters to even use in my extra deck or even fuse into. So yeah, so we go Mirror Jade, attempting to banish. My opponent does chain Cosmic. Even though it's negated by droplets, it can still banish itself as cost. And what's crazy is that it's still going to return in end phase. And that's what makes it so annoying. It's going to return still in the end phase. So yeah, so we banished Chaos Angel. Cool, at least that's gone. But Cosmic Blazer Dragon is going to return. But since the monster left the extra deck, Quem will reborn the Cartesia. We don't go for Mercuria. I think it's because we just want to use Cartesia to hopefully fusion summon. And also I think another reason is that we do have Albaz in the graveyard. So hopefully we can put Renbrum in the graveyard as well. But yeah, Cosmic Blazer Dragon now returns, which is absolutely insane. It's so insane. This card is so annoying. But yeah, we pass turn, our opponent draws into Engraver. So only interruptions we have right now is Sanctifier and Renbrum, and I guess Cartesia as to hopefully fusion summon. Cool. Main phase, my opponent, I believe he activates the field spell. No, first he activates Engraver and Graveyard to special summon itself, sending back Requiem. Cool. Here we go Cartesia effect to attempt to fusion. My opponent, I don't think he negates this with Cosmic, but he does use SP targeting Cartesia and itself, which is fine. Here we then fuse away Mirror Jade and Quem to go into Masquerade to burn our opponent. I don't think, we don't go into Corridus here. It's not banished, so we were just going to Masquerade to hopefully just do some damage to our opponent. And also we put Mirror Jade in the graveyard because then Sanctifier can attempt to reborn it. Cool, so we target Effect Veiler and Mirror Jade. And then I use Mirror Jade. I sent another copy of Mirror Jade, guys. Yo, you gotta understand, my extra deck was running out, okay? But my opponent does chain Cosmic Blazer Dragon, so here we do attempt to use Renbrum. Now here, unfortunately, I did add back the Engraver to hand, which is kind of dumb, but you know, he already had one in hand. I think it was better to add this than add a hand trap for him, because who knows, I don't know if I would survive this turn. So we bounce back the Engraver. Opponent activates Engraver now. So yeah, he's going to be able to access his Fiendsmith engine. I see, yeah, Desiree is not banished. I believe Desiree is in the graveyard. Yeah, so he still have access to his Fiendsmith engine. Cool, so Fiendsmith engine is going to happen. Lowry is going to summon itself. He's going to go into Requiem. Cool, and Requiem is going to reborn Lacrima, sorry, but my opponent is taking damage here off Masquerade so long. So, oh no, he summons Engraver of Requiem. Requiem is going to equip itself, and here my opponent is going to use Engraver to send a Masquerade to the graveyard. Cool. My opponent then is going to link into Sequence, I believe. No, activates the field spell, Centur-ion, stand-up Centur-ion. So now his Centur-ion plays is going to be doing things right now. The fact that all he needs is Primera is crazy. So Primera is there, and Primera is going to summon itself and search another Centur-ion card. Searches Trudea. Cool, he then links into Sequence. Sequence is going to bring out shuffles back. Oh, he shuffles back Desiree Engraver to go into the fusion called, yeah, Aerial Eater, and then on summon it will send a Fiend monster, and it sends a Vision Resonator, which then triggers to add him is it Crimson Gaia? Yeah, Crimson Gaia spell. Cool. Crimson Gaia is going to add back the Vision Resonator to the hand, and since he controls a level 5 or higher Dark monster, which is, did he control? What was the level 5 or higher Dark monster? Wait, does the I'm just trying to see that. Is it the spell that allows him to special summon itself? Is this is a, yeah, this is not a dark, so I'm not sure how he was able to special summon this level 5. Oh yeah, level 5 or higher dark monster. Oh sorry, if a level 5 or higher dark monster is on the field, which is my side, he's able to special summon it. Man, that's crazy. Okay, anyways, so he summons Vision Resonator, normal summons Trudea, and then yeah, synchros all of those 3 monsters into Legacia. The fact that I forgot this card even exists is crazy. And now this card basically makes these monsters with 2000 or less attack unable to be destroyed by battle. Sorry. So yeah, this is an annoying card as well. Also, since it was special summon, he can draw a card and then he can destroy one monster I control with the highest attack. So he attempts to destroy Sanctifier, which we allow to be done because we do have branded opening, but I think we would rather let that get destroyed and not waste our time protecting it, because it basically will be destroyed by battle, so no need wasting our branded opening. Cool, my opponent enters battle phase, destroys Mirrorjade. Mirrorjade was not fusion summoned, so it doesn't get its end phase pop effect. Cool, my opponent activates Thrust, and he sets D-Barrier, which is insane. Which is so insane. So yeah, we are kinda cooked. We go to end phase, my opponent brings back Cosmic Blazer Dragon. Yo, that card is crazy. Sorry, crazy. He goes in end phase Legacia to set back Gargoyle into the Spell and Trap Zone. Cool. Yeah, SP comes back, so Cartesia comes back as well, and we draw. We go in end phase High Spirits effect. My opponent chains Cosmic Blazer, right? So banish itself, it negates. Since it's my opponent's turn, he has priority to activate or resolve anything. He brings back Cosmic Blazer Dragon. I then attempt to, well actually no, this is not the turn, but the thing is, if I attempted to activate any other effect in my graveyard, my opponent could just chain Cosmic, banish it, negate, bring it back. If I attempt to activate something else, he's just going to negate every single card. So listen, Cosmic Blazer Dragon is a menace to society, guys. Anyways, in standby phase, we did draw into Albion to Shrouded, but in standby, my opponent does activate D-Barrier calling fusions, and he changed Gargoyle to special summon itself. Field spell triggers, he then goes into Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon here, Chainlink 1, Gargoyle to add itself. Then in main phase, he does go, we were in main phase, so oh yeah, I attempted to enter battle phase, that's why he's doing all of this. So cool, Crimson Dragon brings out a second Cosmic Blazer Dragon. Guys, listen, 2 of them, yes bro, that's infinite Omni negates, bro, literally. So yeah, we can't fusion summon, so we just got Albion effect sending opening, hoping to draw something, but my opponent does negate and destroyed. We enter battle phase, and then like I said, Legacia, monsters with 2000 less attack he controls cannot be destroyed by battle. So yeah, we're just gonna be dealing some damage to it. my opponent, but that's not enough for game, so we're kind of in a rough spot. Yeah, I forgot that Cartesia can't fusion summon because of D barrier, but end phase, Cosmic Blazer comes back and Legacia sets up Primera in the back row. Cool. So yeah, guys, we are in a rough spot, so I'm not gonna waste my time here, guys. This was a rough position. We were not able to do anything. If you did see there, I activated Cartesia. My opponent negated first with the first Cosmic. I chain Rinbrum, and my opponent negates that Rinbrum with the second Cosmic. So yeah, Cosmic Blazer Dragon is a menace. So yeah, listen guys, it was a losing position for me. My opponent just had everything. Cosmic Blazer Dragon was absolutely annoying to deal with. Unfortunately, I was not playing Albulenitus, so I had no easy out to this, because Cosmic Blazer Dragon would always just simply banish itself, and it would just simply return in the end phase. So yeah, unfortunately, we do end up losing this game. I attempted Rinbrum to add bodies to not take too much damage. You see Masquerade now summons itself, that gets destroyed, but now we have nothing. We literally have nothing, no cards in our hand. Opponent has 2 Omni Negates, a Desiree, an SP. Sure guys, look. Activating all these end phase effects, and he's just negating it with Cosmic. It's insane. That's absolutely insane. We do draw a Luba, but there's no point using Luba because it's just going to get negated. So yeah, we enter battle phase, deal some damage, and it's a losing game. I scoop. So the Centur-ion player did take this. As you can see, you know, it was so much I had to deal with. It was a really grindy game, sure. My opponent just sets up a crazy board, but there was so much we had to deal with. So much. Cosmic Blazer Dragon was just so annoying. It was absolutely insane. Crazy card. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't playing Albulenitus, so I didn't have an easy out to this. If I was able to just contact fuse these two away, trust me, Cosmic Blazer Dragon would not be an issue ever again. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we'll not even see that card hit the field again, because I'm pretty sure Centur-ion players, they only play 2 copies of this. But yeah, Centur-ion player won this game. This was an insane matchup for us to play against. Play against. I wanted to show you this because, you know, it was a really grindy game. I enjoyed this duel. So I thought maybe you guys would enjoy seeing it. You know, Centur-ion players as well maybe would enjoy seeing this as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. This is also one of the, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is the reason why I decided, let me just put Albulenitus in the side deck. Yes, I understand right now the format is yugioh and Malice, but you never know. There's that one dragon sort of deck that comes out of nowhere, and I ain't gonna sit around, let them just put all the dragons on the field and enjoy it. I'm putting Albulenitus in my side deck. No dragons on the field except me. That's it. Okay, so guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know of anything, any thoughts you may have had during this gameplay or about this gameplay. Let it be known in the comments, and I will take a look at it. But again, thank you for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.